A quiet town, a kind gesture, and in moments, everything changed. In the heart of Connecticut, where life meanders peacefully, an unforeseen darkness emerged, unraveling the fabric of a community and leaving indelible scars on those it touched. This is the story of Peter Manfredonia, a tale not just of crime, but of the intricate complexities of the human psyche and the ripples one act can send through countless lives. To understand the depth of this tragedy, we must first know the lives that were lost. Ted DeMers, a 62-year-old craftsman from Willington, was known for his generosity and unwavering willingness to help others. A devoted husband and father, Ted's days were filled with woodworking, community service, and cherishing moments with his family. Nicholas Eisele, affectionately known as Nick, was a 23-year-old from Derby with a bright future ahead. Described by loved ones as kind-hearted and protective, Nick shared a deep bond with his twin brother and was building a life with his girlfriend, Shannon Spies. His infectious smile and compassionate nature left a lasting impression on everyone he met. It was a typical spring morning when Ted noticed a young man walking along the road near his home. Concerned, Ted approached, offering assistance. Unbeknownst to him, this act of kindness would lead to a devastating encounter. The young man was Peter Manfredonia, a 23-year-old University of Connecticut student quietly grappling with internal struggles. What happened next defied all reason. Peter attacked Ted with a samurai sword, inflicting fatal injuries. A neighbor, John Franco, aged 80, rushed to intervene and was severely wounded in the process. 2 days later, the violence continued. Peter arrived at the home of his high school acquaintance, Nicholas Eisele. In a sudden and unprovoked attack, Peter fatally shot Nick. He then kidnapped Nick's girlfriend, Shannon, forcing her to drive him out of state before eventually releasing her unharmed in New Jersey. The documentary delves into the extensive manhunt that ensued. News clips and interviews with law enforcement officials detail the multi-state search involving local, state, and federal agencies. The brutality of the crimes and the urgency to stop Peter Manfredonia mobilized law enforcement across several states. Authorities tracked his movements from Connecticut to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and finally Maryland. The collaborative efforts culminated on May 27, 2020, when Peter was captured without incident in Hagerstown, Maryland, bringing a tense and fearful period to a close. Courtroom sketches and audio excerpts from the trial provide insight into the judicial process. In the months that followed, the legal system sought to bring justice to the victims and their families. Peter faced multiple charges, including 2 counts of murder, assault, kidnapping, and home invasion. In a somber courtroom, he pleaded guilty to his actions. During sentencing, Peter addressed the court, expressing remorse. "My actions were nothing short of reprehensible. I do not expect forgiveness, but I apologize nonetheless. What I did was inexcusably horrendous, and I will regret it every day for the rest of my life." The court sentenced him to 55 years in prison for each murder. With the sentences to be served at the same time, concurrently, a measure of justice for the lives lost and the pain inflicted. The documentary concludes with reflections from family members, community members, and mental health professionals. The tragedies of May 2020 left communities grappling with grief, confusion, and a search for understanding. Family and friends of Ted DeMers and Nicholas Eisele continue to mourn their profound losses, cherishing memories and honoring their legacies. This case also ignites a broader conversation about mental health awareness and the importance of accessible support systems. While understanding one's struggles does not excuse actions, it underscores the necessity of addressing mental health proactively to prevent future tragedies. As we reflect on these events, let us remember the lives of Ted and Nick, the strength of their families, and the resilience of the communities forever changed. May their stories remind us how fragile life can be, and how essential it is to see, support, and protect one another before it's too late. In remembrance of Ted DeMers and Nicholas Eisele, may their stories inspire compassion, understanding, and a shared commitment to a safer, more supportive world. Note: This documentary is based on true events. Viewer discretion is advised.